Hi, Quest Cohort 20. It's Dr. Bailey and Melanie here. We wanted to just give you some information about your presentations next week. We've been fielding some questions during office hours about what's our expectations of you, and wanted to just share with you a few thoughts and ideas about what to go ahead and put in your presentations next week. So the first thing is that teams will have 8 minutes to present, so it's not a lot of time, and we are looking to hear about what your idea is and how it's going to address a problem that you've identified. So if you haven't yet, it's probably a good idea to do a fishbone diagram and talk about all the antecedents to the problem and ways in which you can go ahead and address that problem with your innovation, and about why your innovation makes sense. We probably want to hear more about your innovation, so to the extent that you have a prototype or a picture or schematic of what your innovation is, that would be great. To the extent that you have a name for your product as well, that's also a good thing to help give it some, if you will, meat on the idea. What else, Melanie?
Some of the teams had questions about whether or not they actually had to go to patent at the end of this presentation. And Dr. Bailey and I have discussed this, and it's very much an aspiration and a goal for you, but it's not the, I would say, the end-all be-all. So students should aspire to have their product go to patent, but it's not the full expectation.
Yeah, I know that for the teams that I worked with last week, we were talking about doing a Google patent search. And I know some of you were concerned that you might have found the products that are already patented that may be in some ways similar to your own product. And while I want you to go ahead and consider all the new and novel ways in which your innovation distinguishes itself from the prior art, don't worry so much about whether or not the patent expectation is there. That's certainly not our expectation. It is a hope or aspiration, as Melanie talked about. I'll also remind the teams to go ahead and use the quality tools to help prepare them for their presentations next week. You don't have to share with us Gantt charts, affinity diagrams, swim lanes. Those things are nice to do, to help manage the group, but we're not looking for you to actually share that with us in your presentation next week. We really want to hear about your problem, about your solution, your innovation, and why it's significant. And on the notion of significance, just want to go ahead and remind you to go ahead and, if possible, quantify the significance of the problem or opportunity you're addressing. If there's a size of the market, if there's a cost associated with an inefficiency that your solution will go ahead and address, probably a good idea to go ahead and quantify to get people excited about how big a problem or opportunity that you're addressing. So, any final thoughts or comments, Melanie?
Yes. Some students asked last week if you'd be able to do a dry run of your presentation. At some point, we'll have you meet with your sister team so that before you present at the end of the semester, you'll have an opportunity to bounce your ideas and actually hone your presentation skills as well.
Good. Well, I thought the teams did great last week. Certainly great to hear some of your thoughts and ideas. And in class today, it was really neat to even see how they've been progressing further, or to some extent pivoting completely in some new directions. So it seems like there's some good progress being made, and we're looking forward to your presentations next week. So good luck, and let us know if we can help at all. Thanks.
Happy innovating.